Good morning and Happy New Year, everyone. It is January 1st, 9 o'clock in the morning. We are heading out, me and the two dogs right now. We're heading out to go winter camping, and the wife will be joining us later. So let's go get set up. Okay, bud. Boy, you're excited. Think somebody's excited? Boss. Boss? Well, guys, we made it. There's quite a few people out here. I think they're doing the same thing. Look at this. We got a truck with a big ice shack on the back, or some kind of camper. And then over this way we've got big van, couple ice shacks. Looks like a tent, bunch of trucks. So yeah, we're gonna get set up here. Okay, shoveling is done, I think. I'll give you a shot here. So we've got her cleaned out about here to the back to these trees. So that should be, I'm not sure if it's showing up or not, but compared to that snow, we got a nice big area. We'll be able to sit out front here with camp chairs in the evening if we want. But I imagine I'll be having a fire, so that'll be a little further away. But now we have to tackle the gear in the truck there. So let's get on it. Good boy. from -6 this morning to only -1 right now. So it's pretty nice out here. Yeah, that wind has a bit of a bite, but while you're working, it's not too bad. Well, we're just taking a bit of a break here. Warm up a bit. It's -2 now. I must have blown up a hub when I came in here. It was sitting here idling, and I came to check on the dogs and noticed my temperature was overheating, which is weird. I think that's a separate issue on its own. You having some water? But I've got new lights on here now. I've got my ABS, I've got my brake light, and I've got my traction control, so pretty sure that's a good indicator that I busted a hub, or at least broke off a sensor or something. Maybe I ran over a big stick in the deep snow and pulled out a wire, I don't know. But the overheating is, obviously not related, just a coincidence, which is weird. It was about at 112, it was kind of halfway between, so I've had the truck off for a while, but that one there was kind of sitting real close to that other line between the 100 and 125, and it never goes above where it's at right now, ever. So I hope this isn't a head gasket issue like my wife just had. But we'll see. I was leaking coolant last weekend, and then it just stopped leaking. So I don't know. I've got an extra jug in the box because of leaking last weekend, so I don't know what's going on. This thing's getting pretty old. Anyways, I decided to run the truck, get some more heat in here for the dogs. We're about, I'm gonna say, halfway. We got all the sides up. I'm not sure can't really see from here, but we got all the sides up. I'll show you when we go out. And now it's a matter of starting to load stuff in there. So we're gonna get on that, but we're gonna take a 10-minute break here and warm up, relax. It's only 11:30. It took me till 10 o'clock to get here because the road was so rough. So, hour and 20 minutes. It's 11:21, so an hour and 20 minutes to get where I'm at, and I've been taking my time, not rushing. I didn't want to sweat while I was shoveling or anything, so dogs are watered. So yeah, I'll see you back out there in 10 minutes. Oh, beautiful. It's starting to snow. It's actually coming in pretty thick. So we got the main shell up. I'll give you a walk around here. I made those logs so that I could put this up anywhere and I don't have to rely on trees being all around to tie to. But we've got it. Wow, that guy is camping in there. Look at that. He's got a wood stove going now. That is cool. That is awesome. So I guess there's a few of us camping out here this weekend. But see here, we've got it all squared off. Got a nice shoveled area out front here. And I'm ready to start loading. Okay, so here we go. You know what I have to do? I have to shovel it on the base first. I gotta get that done. Forgot about that. Oh boy. Whew. Okay, we're gonna move inside here while I set up the camp inside. I can't really trust my truck right now, which is unfortunate. So I am going to get the heat on. That's my priority right now. Get the heat on. I'll get a cot in here. I'll get that the cot where the dogs can be for a bit. I'm just gonna make it warm in here. This turned out really well this time. It's very square edges. You can see it's very squared off, and it is a bit high. The snow flaps on the bottom are raised up about 3 inches in some spots, so, but it's because we're going down a hill, I believe. A little bit of a slope here. But anyways, let's get this stove up and running. Nice. Okay, we got her set up, chimney done. I had to make a couple modifications. The chimney was always too tall, so I used some of my extra piping that's 30 inches instead of 224s. I used a 30, and that put it about 1.5 feet, 2 feet over the peak. So that makes me comfortable. And now it's time to let her rip. There we go. Melt all the glue underneath the tape. I always use this stuff, this heat tape stuff. The glue, you can see on the chimney there, the glue will leak down a bit. But it helps keep the whole chimney as one unit, especially outside. If you know it's windy, it can't rock apart. I mean, it could if it got really windy, but I don't think we're there, so. Okay, we're ripping. So I'm gonna let that burn hot, hot, hot to get the stink, because that is gonna start stinking when that glue starts dripping. And get the table in order, and then I'm gonna start setting up a cot. I gotta get the snow off the canvas tarp on the floor here, and then we can start making it a little more homey. Oh, I'm gonna set up my fan here actually first before I go out. Grab some more. Whew. That should help. Shoot some warm air over to the wife and dogs. Man, I love this stove. Like, this was one of my best purchases ever. Like, really. It's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh yeah, she's hot now. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this tent went up this time. I just took my time, poked away at it, didn't rush. You know, also doing it in the daylight. This is the first time I've done it in the daylight, aside from when I did a test setup at my cabin. So yeah, really happy. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's get back to work. Oh. Oh, that's gonna be toasty. That is gonna be toasty warm. There we go. There's the wife's bed and her little dog. My bed. And then I'm putting Boss right here on the other side of the pole. He's got probably 3 feet there, so if this is 10 by 10, yeah, pretty close to 3 feet. And he's got his own bag. This is Boss's. So, I mean, he's got a bigger duffel bag than I do. And then the kitchen will be over here. It's nice to get to this point where it's just about done. Okay, I'm gonna set boss up and then we're gonna play with the drone. So this is the thermarest I got for boss. It's the base camp. It's large, self-inflating. They're harder to puncture, so you know, with his nails and everything, if the blankets come off the top, because I'll always put blankets or wool blanket over top to protect it, but if they happen to come off or slide to the side, then at least this is a bit harder to puncture than the other thermarest that I have. There, we're gonna let this inflate. I've also got a Reflectix. It's actually just one of those reflective vehicle windshield things, but I brought this so that I can put him outside by the fire, and I've got his outside dog bed as well as his inside one. So we're going to put the camo outside dog bed out there by the fire where our chairs are, and this underneath, and he'll be able to sit by the fire for as long as he wants and be nice and warm. I swear he's got more gear than I do. Okay, I am just waiting for my leak detector to finish calibrating. So I'm kind of sticking it out the back here to keep it in the fresh air just in case there's something going on in here. I mean, I don't smell propane. Everything's tight. So we're going to give it a shot. See what we can find. So I like to just hover around where any connection is, any seal. See if it registers. $500, $600, $700. See this? Hang on, I'll get it yet. See that? Zero now. It may have moved. 500. Zero. This is why I bring this. Look at that. You can see it's orange. We were at 3,000 parts per million. 28 to 3,000 parts per million. Turn down the pressure. We are at almost 4,000 we hit. Okay, I got some work to do. That's why we have these. I want to check any other area for leaks, just to see what's going on. That's kind of unusual. It usually never has a problem, but this is why we do this. So now I'm just, checking all the connections. You gotta let it sit there for only a few seconds and it'll register. But we definitely have some kind of leak at the valve there, at that regulator. I don't know what that's about. Okay, there's nothing coming from the actual stove. There we go. that one was that was done by the manufacturer or whatever where I bought this, and pretty sure I remember them saying that you'll it was done with like a liquid or something. She's climbing. So I bought this little kit, and I've had it in the truck for, well, since the summer I brought the boat back, so that was in July. So it's just been chilling in my truck, and I knew someday I'd need it, so today is that day. I need that crescent wrench to get that, oh, there we go. Get that regulator, that where it's leaking, it's just that one spot, so I'm hoping I can, holy moly, that was tough to get into. Hoping I can get this fixed and, you know, not have much of a problem. It looks like it's been eaten away. So I hope this is the problem. And we're going to put some new Teflon on. I just called the wife. She's still at work, so I left a message on our answering machine, because she's the only person in the world that doesn't have a cell phone. And I started half a message of bring some tools, there's a problem with the regulator, that kind of thing, and then I said, oh, hold on, I have a tool set in the truck. Well, let's give it a shot. See if that solves our problem. Okay. Turn that on. Well, I'm going to leave it here for a minute, but based on the last few times, it should have spiked to 500 by now. At least. No registered 000s across the board, so. Alright, let's light this puppy up again and get the flow going. See if anything changes. Whoops, I think that's off. Come on. There we go. Huh? This was like, I'm gonna guess, but it was like ridiculously cheap. I didn't think it was gonna work. It was so cheap. Like, I'm talking like 20 bucks, maybe less. I'll look it up in my history and I'll do a gear review on it. But guys, this just saved my ass, and it is so responsive. It is just ridiculously responsive. I'll give you a shot here. So, got the lighter underneath here. Look at that. Just instantly. Boom. And that's just from a little barbecue lighter. So, and then you see it's going to count down now as the fresh air kind of, see that? But this literally is worth every single cent for the peace of mind knowing that you don't have a leak. I've used this every single time I've come out here and used this stove, and not once have I seen a leak. And this time, it was leaking. Now that the flow's going, I'm going to keep it on there just for, you know, a minute or so and see if there's any spike at all, but I'm pretty confident that that seal was just eroded away. The liquid Teflon they put in there was just worn out. And now that I've put the proper Teflon on there, my propane Teflon, I got nothing. There's zeros. Man, that is so dangerous. This propane is so dangerous. And I absolutely will not, I shouldn't say that. Right now, I will not put propane in my cabin because of how dangerous it is. But out here, I feel like I can control it, plus the canvas tent breathes, plus I'm always here. It's not like I leave the cabin for Monday to Friday, you know, and I come out Saturday and go to light a fire and kaboom. Obviously, I notice it before then, but This is amazing. I am so happy I bought this. And yeah, nothing, zeros. Nothing is registering. So everything is great. Not only do I have this for the initial setup, shut down, but I have this. Battery operated carbon monoxide detector. Yeah, so I've always got this right at the base of the stove here. New batteries in all the time. These two things, whenever I'm doing a winter camp with this propane stove, they're always with me. And thank God I had this weekend. That would have been a disaster. An absolute disaster. So, very happy I had this. Safety first, right? Okay guys, I think we're ready to bring the dogs inside. I just got to clean up my tools. I got to call the wife back and say, abort. Yeah, don't need any tools, I got them. So, yeah, I'm going to get set up here. It's got to be close to 2 o'clock now. And I think I'm going to fly the drone. Let the dogs out for a pee, let them run a bit, get them inside nice and warm. And then I want to take some drone shots. There's quite a few people out here camping, I think, doing the kind of the same thing. So there's ice fishermen and everything like that. So hopefully it doesn't get too public, but we'll see what happens.